what not to do when working out, and 6 exercises to avoid. Now, this is an article the Times released in the media this week, and I think it's unfair to have headlines like this, and I'll tell you why. Exercises, no matter how complex they are, they shouldn't be demonized. And that's the first thing this article points at from the start. Exercise is supposed to be good for us, but could some of the most popular moves performed in the gym actually do us more harm than good? There are a lot of moves that have become super fashionable, but which aren't really appropriate or relevant for most people. Okay, so what are the exercises we should avoid and what should we be doing instead? So I think it's good that they're giving people an alternative here, but still they're demonizing exercises, and some of them, when done well, can actually really help with strength and performance. Okay, so let's get into the first one, kettlebell swings. Now, kettlebells are a fantastic piece of equipment. They're very versatile. I've been teaching people how to use kettlebells now for a very long time. When done properly, they can be really beneficial. The first exercise that's listed here is kettlebell swings. Why to avoid them? Most people lack strength and flexibility to execute the kettlebell swing well, resulting in poor technique and raised risk of injury. Which I suppose is fair enough, but what articles like this should be saying is kettlebell swings, when done incorrectly, could cause an injury, but you know what? Here's the best way to do it. If you're unsure on how to use kettlebells, maybe it's a good idea you go and seek some advice, find a coach who can teach you how to do it properly. They have given an alternative to the kettlebell swing, which is still a hinging movement, so a deadlift. I think it's great that they've given an alternative like a deadlift because it's working very similar muscle groups. It's slower, and I suppose with it being slower, there's less risk of injury. But again, they're still demonizing kettlebell swings and telling to avoid them, which I do disagree with. I've been coaching now for a very long time. I've been teaching kettlebells for a very long time. But if Sue down the road, who's in her 60s, got in touch with me, came down for a session, going through the first phase of her training, I probably wouldn't start teaching her how to do kettlebell swings. I'm sure if Sue down the line was progressing well with her exercise, then maybe kettlebell swings would be something that I introduce into a program if I feel that it's going to help her. I just feel rather than telling people to avoid kettlebells and avoid kettlebell swings, is maybe saying to people these are quite a complex movement, so it'd be a good idea to get some advice before you do it, just to make sure you're doing it properly. So let's not let articles like this put you off exercises.